Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Bad City Planning, I guess. Also known as Resident Evil. And I want to be honest, I completely forgot what we did last time. I think we were on some kind of graveyard?
Think so. Then you decided to save inside of some shed or whatever after you found the steel pipe.
Yeah, some weird shack here. So let's start off with some inventory management, I guess. You said something about needing the lighter and the iron pipe, right?
Uh-huh.
So let's bring that with me. Well, according to the map, there's only like one way to go.
Yeah, pretty much.
This was some terrible firewood.
Yeah, normally you'd think it would last a little bit longer.
Yeah. When you said I need the pipe, I was not expecting this. Oh boy, diaries.
Well, I think it's more of an operation report, so
Good thing we killed the giant alligator in Resident Evil Zero already.
don't you mean Resident Evil 2?
Yeah, that is what I mean.
Would have been kind of funny, though, if he did mention those monsters from Resident Evil Zero, and at that point that he was just thinking, you know, that would just be fucking dumb. I mean, gigantic alligator, I can understand, but come on, a giant bat or a giant caterpillar? Get the fuck out of here.
I still can't get over that stupid bat. This room seems to have been used recently, but how do they get in and out?
I guess every time they want to go in there, they have to crawl through the fireplace, and then when they decide to leave, they'll just prick it back up again.
All supervisors return immediately. Over.
I don't know, they're working for Umbrella. You can't exactly expect them to suddenly start making sense.
And you seem to be doing a pretty good job of looking out for yourself. How about helping out?
I have no intention of helping you.
Because we're nothing but pawns in all this?
In a manner of speaking, you are. Our employers wanted a detailed analysis of the zombie beings which were created through infection by the T-virus.
You're saying that they deliberately sent in a military unit to be butchered by their creations?
Not exactly. Although the conditions encountered on this operation were extreme, it was an unexpected outcome that the team would be wiped out. We were only required to collect live data from the subjects.
Ah!
Another mutant!
Well, I guess he ran out to meet Nemesis.
Well, either that, or considering he started talking about mutants all of a sudden, he might just be meeting up with Wolverine.
Wolverine riding a Nemesis. That would be cool.
What's going on? Whoa! Oh. What is that?
Oh boy, haven't we met before?
Now, from what I can remember of this fight, you can't just keep shooting it until it dies, but at some point, there should be a street light you'll be able to shoot, and once it hits the water, you should be able to electrocute it. Yeah, as you might have noticed, it's not exactly a great idea to run into one of the corners.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't exactly remember how it worked when the street lights would actually become more or less destructible. I think it either involves that either a certain amount of time has to pass, or you have to at least do a certain amount of damage against the worm thing.
Really not a fan of this fight.
I'm really sure there's something to be said that the one boss you happen to have a really hard time with is the one that's essentially a gigantic phallic symbol.
Makes you think, doesn't it?
Well, I was kind of thinking maybe keep at least a handgun so that you'd be able to use it to shoot the street lights. Because it'd be kind of a waste to use magnum bullets on something like that.
I don't know, to me that seems reasonable. I just assume the electricity did nothing and it was the one pistol shot.
Well, normally it should have done something.
Oh god. Spiders. I wonder, should I save? Probably. Oh god. Too many zombies on the way to the safe room.
Hey,
Hello.
so you're finally approaching the end, huh?
Oh, already?
Also, just so you know, in this upcoming quick time event, shall we say, if you decide to go with the more awesome option, then you sort of end up with, I guess, sort of non-canon event for Nikolai.
That sounds intriguing.
I always forget what the Russian guy is called.
No.
How much control does he have over his tentacles?
He looked like such a chump once again.
Well, that's kind of the weird thing with his quote-unquote powered-up form. At this point, he's essentially a joke, because all of his attacks are just way too slow at this point.
So, do you know where we are now, Tarda?
That seems like a laboratory.
No,
Jill,
it's not
listen
quite a
very
laboratory.
They're planning on launching a missile directly into the city as soon as day breaks. The explosion will be powerful enough to destroy everything.
Are you sure about that?
Positive. I heard it straight from a supervisor.
They'll go this far to cover their tracks.
Come on, we have to hurry. There isn't much time left.
A lot you had to hear from a supervisor that a nuclear weapon is kind of a bad thing.
The supervisor also told me something even more fantastic. Our escape plan isn't just a piece of paper. Everything is a lie.
The paper airplane is gone wet.
Also, if I remember correctly, once you manage to find a map of this place, you should be able to check the name. Because it's definitely something.
Alright, I will keep that in mind. Man, only 3 months in the job and he's frustrated already.
So you know now where we are?
Still seems like a laboratory.
No.
I think you might still need to find a map for that. Also, I think at this point it would probably be best to just make either some grenade rounds or shotgun shells at this point, because most of the enemies you're going to be encountering at this point are going to require heavier firepower.
I feared as much.
Yeah, come to think of it, that's also true, since you're pretty close to the end. You're also soon going to have to deal with, you know, quote-unquote the best puzzle in the game.
Oh, am I at a water treatment facility? Because I heard the things.
Well, it's
about
definitely a facility for something.
That's a nice stockpile of acid rounds.
Also, I think you can simply combine all of those acid rounds you have right now with a grenade launcher, and it'll just simply stack.
Oh, yes.
I think pretty much since Resident Evil 2, they actually got rid of the whole ammo cap for the grenade launcher.
The safe room is for once not helping me in figuring out what this is. This is just the restroom. Mean. Oh, we are in the dead factory.
Yup.
But what is that factory?
Oh, not because the factory is dead, but because it produces that. I wanna be honest, I have no idea what I did here. I just hit some switches.
It's not what you do in all Capcom games.
Not a Mega Man.
Yes, you do.
Definitely would have been something that, if you just happen to be screwing around with that thing, then suddenly you ended up turning on the self-destruct sequence.
The steam-powered self-destruct.
I guess it wouldn't be that big of a stretch that it would turn out that, you know, one Resident Evil game is going to be all about some crazy umbrella scientist or whatever that's totally into steampunk.
Comes up in like one of those steampunk LARP suits.
And these grenade rounds are really terrible.
Well, either that or they just have really high standards at the Dead Factory.
You manufacture all your deaths, including our nude zombies.
So, all things considered, you really lucked out in this room because the other possible enemy spawns in this room are either brain suckers or hunters.
I take the zombies. Oh, I could have just gotten all of them down here. What is this with the game only showing me the explosives after I killed everyone? Speaking of hunters,
Exploration. Whoop. Do we really fear hunters when they have like 50 acid shells?
Well, they're still pretty agile, so
and they got me by surprise.
also if you went with the other choice during the QTE event, you'd end up here instead. And it would end up triggering a cutscene of Jill getting ambushed by some zombies and Carlos suddenly shows up and kills all the zombies with his machine gun and somehow not hitting Jill in the process.
I don't know. Is it a thing that you randomly walk into factories?
Hey, what's going on here at the Dead Factory?
And nobody wonders that all these people are disappearing near the Dead Factory.
Well, again, the town is pretty much in the pocket of Umbrella, so they probably just say something like, you know, we didn't kill these people, we just gave them jobs at the Dead Factory. We could just combine some herbs and everything and you'll be able to grab it, because you are going to need it anyway for the upcoming puzzle.
The herbs or the thing?
The thing.
Oh yeah, isn't the Resident Evil 2 remake coming out soon?
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
what got me actually playing Resident Evil.
Last time I checked, it's supposed to come out around the 25th of January.
Is it first person now or still like Resident Evil 1 remake?
Third person.
It's more Resident Evil 4, using the same engine that they use for Resident Evil 7.
Can you still do melee finishers?
Probably not.
Aw.
Well, at this point, Leon is still kind of,
So you're gonna have
He's
a
still
chainsaw
somewhat-
duel with Chief Irons.
Well, from the footage that I've seen, Chief Irons is somehow even creepier.
Oh, wow. That says a lot for a guy that you meet with a dead woman on his desk and it looks like he took a bite out of her already.
I think you'd be able to use that key for that.
Oh boy. Alright guys, this will take a while.
Yeah, so this is, the quote-unquote infamous water treatment puzzle. And considering that there's, I don't know, I think 3 different solutions to this, it's apparently somewhat reviled in the speedrunning community, as you would imagine.
Seems to me that the 2 tallest ones is the ones where you should start with.
Alright, this isn't that difficult of you after I got what to do. I was expecting something more horrible.
I'm not sure why people are so so easily bamboozled by this puzzle.
Yeah, there are way, way worse puzzles.
Didn't one of the games have a sliding puzzle in it?
That was 4, and that sliding puzzle is horrible. Alright, backtracking. Doesn't backtracking usually mean nemesis?
Yeah, so maybe you might want to save before you head over there.
Oh god, this is not working.
Is he in the safe room?
So I should return and use my last save thingy.
Well, I think there should be another save room nearby. Yeah, I think when you get out of the elevator, you should be able to just go back to the hallway when you first got to the factory, and there should be a save room nearby. Just, be careful in case there's suddenly a couple of brain suckers running around.
We arrived safely.
You're still wandering around.
Nikolai? So, you want to get out of here alone? Is that your plan?
I made certain none of the other supervisors survived. Since I'll be the only one who knows what really happened, I'll have more bargaining power when it comes to discussing my bonus.
Then why kill me? I'm not on their payroll.
They want you eliminated for reasons of their own. The amount is modest, but there is a reward to be claimed upon the confirmation of your death.
That's great. Except I have no intention of contributing to your retirement fund.
Well, so long, Nikolai.
I don't know. He will get up again.
Yeah, the thing is, if you went with the other option, he'd actually be able to get to the chopper before you do and pretty much just leave. Though if you were to go to a specific room at a certain time and grab the rocket launcher, you could just kill him right then and there.
It's a shame you didn't guide him towards that. I think normally Nikolai does survive this.
Yeah,
He's
he
only
does.
relevant for that Dark Side Chronicles game.
Well, he shows up in a couple of games, and to a certain degree. I think he also showed up in one of the final episodes of the first Outbreak. And I think at the very least there was something confirming that he did survive the whole Raccoon City thing in Resident Evil 3. Because there was a file written by him in one of the later games.
By the way, this is literally just Umbrella's junkyard. Alright, I may have to use those faucets they saw in the opening cutscene.
Oh.
Is he changing colors like he's some sort of JRPG enemy? Whoop.
Getting him to hit these is kinda...
Can't you shoot him yourself?
Well, the game is expecting you to shoot them yourself, so...
Oh. Probably just not with...
Well, you should be able to lock onto it by just pushing the left trigger instead of the right.
then it goes for him.
It's not over yet.
Yeah, but I ran out of health getting him to hit these things. I'm just very confused at finding the correct way.
Warning. Proceeding with operation in treatment room. Please evacuate immediately.
Stars.
Alright, time to give another go.
Stars. Stars.
Maybe not run to the asset yourself.
Well, there is only one exit.
Warning. Missile attack confirmed. All personnel evacuate immediately.
I love
That's
how
right.
that factory has a radar for incoming missiles.
Yeah, I think at this point, now that you have the card key, do you remember that room where you had to deal with the steam and everything?
Wasn't that just down the elevator? No, before I did go into the elevator. No, I don't remember where it was.
Should be able to get there by going back to the save room and going through the other door. You should be able to use the elevator there now since you have the card key, and you might be able to get a weapon there.
I wanted to shoot them, not counter them.
Shoulder tackle.
I'm kind of wishing that there might have been a little bit of variety with the naked zombies and everything. Like, there's like a chance of 1 out of 10 of them that they have an extra texture where it's just a little name tag or something that just simply has employee of the month on it or something.
Oh boy, there are some zombies.
We do need to remember that there's gonna be, a final boss fight and everything.
Aww. Well, there's only one more locked door, so
Well, it would probably be a good idea to grab as many healing items as you can. Though I think there might be a item box just before the final room, so
There are still
I suppose it wouldn't be that big of a disaster.
Hmm.
Also, no, you're not going to need the lighter anymore.
Yeah, the game told me that already. I was able to throw it away.
Yeah.
Jill, where are you? If you can hear this transmission, respond immediately.
I'm here. What's up?
I got us a ride. The chopper engines are running and ready to go.
On my way.
The city's about to become ground zero. Hurry up! And don't forget to take that device with you.
What does it do?
That device tracks the distance of the approaching missile. Make sure you bring it with you. Now listen to me. Don't give up. We're both gonna survive this. Just get over here!
So now I have to search for a missile?
No. You just have to go down that ladder.
Warning. Missile attack confirmed. Warning. Missile attack confirmed.
Also, if you were supposed to look for a missile, do you really think they would just stash it away somewhere in one of the lockers or something?
No, you have the Dragon Raider.
Also, I love how they did not give this radar a proper name. Carlos just called it that device.
What does it say there in the corner? Facey? Phony?
I don't know. Did Sony ever make portable radars specifically tuned to missiles?
Very briefly in the early 90s. It was kind of a phase. Ugh, again with the barrowing.
Hey, there is a rocket launcher here. Could have just used that one.
Yeah, it's only a shame it's pre-rendered though.
Checking system.
By the way, here's Umbrella's railgun.
Checking data. Warning. There is not enough power to activate the system.
Also, as you could probably tell from all the corpses and everything, there was a pretty serious fight around here. And somehow, for some bizarre reason, when they decided to make Operation Raccoon City, they pretty much didn't decide to focus on this entire thing at all. Which just seems like a massive missed opportunity there.
I guess the bat was here. Eh? How is this supposed to work?
Do you see the numbers?
Yes.
Well, you just need to push those things into their sockets in order.
You have to physically push them in. They're like giant USB keys.
Maybe you should try walking into it instead of running at it.
I love his brain. Wait, where was number 2?
Also, the thing about that is, apparently, in order for Nemesis to somewhat rebuild himself, is that he decided to munch on that one Tyrant corpse. Though it's a little bit unfortunate that he was pretty much munching on it around its crotch.
Oh boy.
So just sort of getting reminded of that one meme, and that there's now thinking of a Nemesis variant where it's just, you know, him sitting somewhere outside of campus with the big tarp that says the T-virus is stored in the balls. Changed my mind.
I like that Umbrella has a railgun, but they're just throwing it away.
I mean, what else would they do with it?
But they didn't throw away the hobo tyrant. They just let it live in destitution.
Did I hit him?
Eh. You might want to try that again. Though you probably want to make sure you don't actually, you know, get caught up in the blast.
I died an unexpected death there.
Come to think of it, did you even use the rocket launcher against him?
No. Why would I?
Because it's the final boss.
I thought there's another phase in the next room.
It still has HP in this phase, but the railgun tends to chunk off a nice bit of that anytime it hits.
No.
You know, Jill could have left way before this started, so did they really take it away from her?
Where did my rocket launcher go?
Probably still in the basement where you picked it up.
Oh, Mark.
You could use one of your 7 incubator weapons to save. Are you sure you can afford that at this stage?
No.
Also, I think there's still 2 more herbs in the steam room.
Is this in the correct direction? No, it isn't. It's blue herbs? Yeah, nobody cares about those.
Warning. Missile attack confirmed.
Checking system. Checking data. Warning. There is not enough power to activate the system.
I realized one thing about the stupid railgun.
Yeah.
It fires non-stop as long as it has power. I don't know, that would make aiming kinda difficult.
Well, you don't build a railgun for it not to shoot.
I don't know, how about a trigger?
Rail cannon has been activated. Executing quick charge program. Prepare missiles. Fire.
Remember, you still gotta do it in front of the railgun.
I don't know, on top there, where the railgun shoots, seems fine to me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fire.
Well, it seems to have hit at least.
Actually, with the whole talk of, Umbrella having a railgun and everything. Remember that whole stupid shit in Revelations and everything where frickin' government and everything had essentially what was a gigantic fucking orbital laser?
Oh yeah. Although anytime I think about dumb stuff in Revelations, I think of one of the characters in the game looking a lot like Morgan Freeman.
3, 2, 1. Fire.
And also how the ending is literally him just getting arrested and not turning into like a giant monster.
No, he's not dead.
Or the fact that, after the ending and then after the credits that they hint at, two of the characters pretty much, going on to do some more nefarious deeds, and then they're pretty much never mentioned again in any subsequent Resident Evil games.
Just like all the other guys.
Warning. System overheating. Entering cooldown mode.
Also, there's one final quick time event, and just so you know, you should be able to do the more cathartic one. You should normally have more than enough time for it.
Kill.
stars.
I don't know. I would have taken the railgun instead of the shitty Magnum.
Well, the thing is, the railgun overloaded, so she wouldn't really be able to use it.
Just whack him with it.
You're a small fry.
Jill! Over here!
I guess we're all set.
All right then, we're
Does
out of
Barry
here.
appear if you don't have Nikolai get the helicopter?
Oh no.
It's here.
Nope, he only shows up if Nikolai gets to the helicopter first. And then in that final moment before he got vaporized in the explosion, that one zombie truck driver finally realized, now I know why he bit me.
If you zoom in, you can see Nikolai's body being flung back to Russia.
And now we have a rather unfortunate turn of events. It seems that the President and the Federal Council have passed judgment over the civilians of Raccoon City. The President and Federal Council have ruled that the Bacillus Terminate operation is the best course of action
Goodbye,
for this
police
extreme
station,
situation and
clock
has since
tower.
executed. Based on that fact, Raccoon City has been literally wiped off the map. Current reports have the death toll surpassing the 100,000 mark. Our hearts go out to those poor civilians of Raccoon City.
And then the stock market for Umbrella crashed.
I love that umbrella. Umbrella was destroyed by the stock market.
Seeing that dumb city explode is kinda cathartic. After how badly it was laid out.
Government taking a hardline stance against urban sprawl.
Also, it was certainly not trigger happy enough. Didn't I end the game with like 60 grenades left?
Well, if anything, this time you were a lot more, I guess, herb happy?
Oh, yeah.
Would that be the proper term?
Yeah, I took so much damage.
So, next game, Dino Crisis 2.
Which I do not have. I'm actually kinda in a pickle now.
Yeah.
Because it's kinda early and I would love to go on for another hour, but I have no game for that.
Oh, you don't have Code Veronica either.
Nope, I do not have that one.
Or 5 installed, but then you'd have to choose between V and Shining.
No, I only have 4 and 6 installed.
You can always start the Ada campaign of 4.
Yeah.
Or play
Well-
Mercenaries mode for an hour.
Yeah. come to think of it, there is the Mercenaries mode in Resident Evil 3, though it's not the same as the one they pretty much decide to go with for subsequent Resident Evil games.
As a way, the ending screen makes me realize, how did Carlos survive? Meh.
I like the tasteful nightshirt she made out of her bandages. You can play the extra game.
Oh yeah, then there was also that, if you play the game on hard mode, you get little epilogue files afterwards. I think there was about 7 of them, and they'd all focus on a specific character, and you'd get a new one with every subsequent game completion.
So, what is the extra game? Mercenaries?
More or less.
But there's a thing I need to do on the regular save. That is super important.
Well, normally this time it should work, because none of the zombies you come across are actually crawling, so...
Actually, if you just equip the rocket launcher, all zombies just instantly flop onto the ground.
At that point, they just all fall over and just go, "Hey, dude, calm down. I just work here."
This is the proper use of the rocket launcher.
You know, you could have also played the PC port of Resident Evil 2. There is a PC port with a patch that makes it compatible on Windows 10.
Why do I only learn of that now? But yeah, I'm stopping the stream for a minute while I figure out what to do. See you in a minute.